From the outside, private jet pilots look like they won aviation. No crowded terminals, no boarding chaos, no hundreds of passengers walking past you. Just quiet hangars, leather seats, billionaire clients, beautiful jets waiting under perfect lights. It looks like freedom. But the jet is private. Your life is not. Because in this world, your phone can ring at midnight, and suddenly your plans disappear. A client wants to leave early. A meeting moved. Weather changed. The aircraft needs repositioning. The passenger expects the airplane ready before they arrive. And you are not just flying the jet. You are carrying the bags, checking the catering, watching the fuel, reading the weather, planning the alternate, smiling at the client while calculating risk in your head. At the top, the money can be huge, but the cost is simple. Your time belongs to someone else's destination. This is every level of private jet pilot life. From the first hour in a small trainer, to the moment the phone rings and an entire aircraft waits for your answer. But before the midnight calls, the luxury jets, and the polished ramp, you start where every pilot starts, paying for the sky 1 hour at a time. At level 1, you are a student. Flight school, simulators, checklists, instructor briefings, logbooks. Your pay is low, maybe $30,000 to $50,000 a year. But every hour in the sky matters. You learn to read the instruments. You practice takeoffs, landings, and emergencies. You build your flight hours. And every hour counts because the clock is ticking toward your first private jet assignment. Every simulator session, every test, every solo flight teaches something the luxury cabin cannot show. This job is not just about flying. It is about responsibility, discipline, precision, and knowing that someday the phone will ring and someone wealthy will depend on your decision. The wings are still far away, the jet is still a dream, and the phone has not yet rung. But this is the start. The logbook fills. You start your first real hours. At level 2, you are a junior pilot. Your pay can reach $40,000 to $60,000 a year, but it feels like nothing compared to the cost of being in the air for the first time without an instructor sitting beside you. The plane is small, the sky is wide, the responsibility is real. You navigate, communicate with ATC, monitor instruments, and calculate weight and balance. Every landing counts. Every takeoff counts. Every mistake could be logged, or worse. And behind it all, your phone, your bag, your future private jet, your career, all wait silently for the hours you are building now. The wings are still far away. The luxury is still a dream. And the next call may still come at midnight. But for now, you are in the cockpit. And this is the first time the sky tests you alone. Then the hours add up. And one day, the airplane changes. The cockpit is quieter. The cabin is smaller. The seats are leather. The passengers arrive in black cars instead of boarding lines. At level 3, you enter private aviation, first charter job. Second in command. Your pay can move into the $55,000 to $85,000 a year range. And from the outside, it looks like you made it. But the first thing private aviation teaches you is this. The luxury belongs to the passenger, not you. You help load the bags. You check the catering. You wipe down the cabin. You study the weather. You check fuel. You brief the route. You smile when the client arrives early. And when the passenger steps onto the jet, they do not see the rushed call, the weather delay, the catering mistake, or the crew working behind the scenes. They only see whether the airplane feels ready. So you learn fast. In this world, flying the jet is only part of the job. The rest is making pressure look like service. Then one day, you are no longer just supporting the captain. The jet is yours to command. At level 4, you become a charter captain. Your pay can rise into the $90,000 to $140,000 a year range. And for the first time, the decision stops with you. The client wants to leave now. The weather says wait. The schedule says hurry. The aircraft says check again. And everyone looks at you like the answer should be simple. But it is not simple. Because private aviation is built around convenience. And safety is built around saying no when convenience gets dangerous. You check the radar. You check the fuel. You check the alternate. You check the crew duty time. The client sees delay. You see risk. And that is the hardest part of becoming captain. You are paid to make the flight happen, but you are trusted to stop it when it should not. Then, the pressure gets real. At level 5, you fly corporate or large cabin jets. The clients are wealthier. The schedules are tighter. The jet is bigger. The flight can last hours longer than your last charter. Your pay rises into the $140,000 to $220,000 a year range. But money doesn't reduce the stress. Because now, you are not only flying the jet, you are managing the schedule. You are briefing your co-pilot. You are checking fuel reserves, weather, alternate airports. You are coordinating with ground ops, catering, and VIP requests. And you are accountable if anything goes wrong. Luxury is in the cabin, pressure is in your hands. Every phone call could change your plan. Every delayed departure could cost you more than time. And the private client expects perfection. But safety is still your job. The jet is bigger. The passengers are important. And the responsibility is now personal. Then you reach the elite tier. International flights. Large cabin jets. Multi-day trips. Clients whose time can be worth more than the aircraft's fuel bill. At level 6, you are an elite international private jet captain. Your pay can rise into the $220,000 to $300,000 a year range. And from the outside, it looks unreal. Paris tonight, Dubai tomorrow, New York by the weekend, a private cabin behind you, a quiet cockpit in front of you. But this level has a cost most people never see. Time zones break your sleep. Clients change plans mid-trip. Customs paperwork waits. Weather moves across oceans. Crew duty limits start closing in, and the phone never really feels off. You land in one country and sleep with one eye open in another. Because if the client wants to leave 6 hours early, the jet has to be ready. At this level, luxury is no longer impressive. It is expected. The real job is making the impossible feel normal. And eventually, the job is no longer about the flight you are in. It is about every flight your team flies. At level 7, you become chief pilot or flight department director. Your pay can rise into the $300,000 to $500,000 a year range. You are responsible for multiple aircraft, crews, and schedules. Every call matters. Client demands, maintenance, weather, runway access, and regulatory compliance. You mentor the pilots beneath you. You ensure the jets are ready before they are called. You answer the questions nobody else can. You fix problems before passengers notice. Luxury is now expected. Mistakes are unacceptable. Your phone never stops ringing, and every decision is a balance of safety, client satisfaction, and operational efficiency. The flight may not be yours anymore, but the responsibility always is. But the strange truth about private aviation is this: the jet was private. Your life was not. Years of early alarms, late-night departures, time zones that break your sleep, clients who call at midnight, planes that must leave on their schedule, luxury that is theirs, pressure that is yours. And after decades of flying, commanding, planning, and mentoring, you know the private jet world is less about freedom and more about responsibility. Every decision, every landing, every client request, every flight delay, they all rest on you. But the best flights, the smoothest trips, the ones passengers never notice, are the ones you prepared, managed, and prevented from going wrong. The helmet, the flight bag, the phone, the epaulets, they were never just tools. They were promises. And when a new pilot picks up their first helmet, their flight bag, and their first charter log, you understand exactly what they feel. The jet is theirs now. The responsibility is yours. If you want to see the ground side pressure behind airports, watch every level of airport ground staff next.